The story I'm telling you with regard to China is that we helped create a peer competitor. We did it on purpose. We helped China grow. Furthermore, it went a long way towards ending unipolarity, which was to our advantage. What could be better than to be the only great power in the system? And then, with regard to Russia, what we did was we drove the Russians into the arms of the Chinese. If you think that the greatest threat you face in international politics is China, which you think is going to try to dominate Asia, which is what the American foreign policy elites think, you want Russia, the third great power in the system, on your side of the ledger. You don't want to drive them into the arms of the Chinese. We have driven the Russians into the arms of the Chinese. Furthermore, we're bogged down in Ukraine, which makes it difficult to pivot to Asia. And by the way, most people don't talk about this, but we are not in great shape in East Asia with regard to containing the Chinese, because we've spent so much money and time and effort in Ukraine and also in the Middle East, being pinned down in Israel's wars. This is not to our advantage, right? We should not be pinned down in the Middle East. We should not be pinned down in Ukraine. We should be focusing on dealing with containing China, but we're pinned down. So what I'm telling you is, if you look at this policy of liberal hegemony and how it applied to China, and there we're talking about engagement, and you look at how it applied to dealing with Russia, what you see is this policy backfired. And it is not only ended unipolarity. If you look at the constellation of forces in this multipolar world, we are in deep, deep trouble.